I think my biggest test when it comes to compassion and kindness is my mum. For most of my life, she has lived in guilt and still does this to this day, common pattern. I've been her emotional baby blanket, listening to all the wrongs people have done to her and for all the faults she has made and her insecurities. My compassion for her is long gone. I've never really been her daughter in our relationship. A year ago, I finally had enough courage to stop, tell her about my feelings and state my boundaries. I didn't blame her or try to be respectful while following my heart. She was mad and lashed out on me, predictable. I know it wasn't about me, it was about her, so I didn't hold it against her, but I needed a break from her. We are now on speaking ground again, and I'm clear about my boundaries, but every time she tripped, I became mad and I instantly wanted to hang up the phone. I know I can't change her and it isn't my job, but I become sad and frustrated every time because I know she could feel so much better if she took her life in her own hands. Oh yeah, absolutely. People in dramas that don't like drama, it's easy to say, listen, write a comedy. But not this time around. When we see them as a supporting cast in our movie, it can shift the contextual relationship. What am I here to learn that she's playing the perfect acting role in to support me in my journey? So you're not making it about why her movie sucks. You're curious as about what you can take out of her role in your movie to help you become a better actress. Part of that is not about not wanting her life. What you don't want is to be affected by what you perceive to be her drama. It's not you don't want her. You don't want any more weight on your have to lift somebody else's drama bar, right? Well, when you realize that your role in that isn't to lift her drama bar, and you can align and redirect. Well, she's only looking for connection. And this is her way of trying to connect. You're just saying, it's not my way to connect. And the way that you're connecting is sucking my blood. Right? It's like, I love you. If you want to play the role of a mosquito, great. But there's only so much of me you can drink before it affects my role. Yeah, my own health. So I'm not being bitten anymore. Love you. Enjoy your mosquito life. I'm here if you need me, but I'm wearing protection. And one of the phrases that I often use or to teach some of my apprentice trainers when I was with Tony is align and redirect. Because what people in that mode don't like is having the story busted. Give you an example. Think of one. Let's say, oh, well, this person, said something really bad to me. And that's why I'm upset today. Yeah, I can understand why that would be feel. So, why do you think she said that? Yeah, and why would you want to interpret it that way? Or is your way of reacting to that helping you feel good or not? Blah, 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 blah. Right? Align, not invalidate, then you argue. Redirect. You hold up a mirror. You're not interested in the story. And quite often, people that are looking for other people to bounce as their baby blanket, will stop bouncing if they don't like what bounces back. Yeah, why do you believe that? Because if the same thing happens to me, that's the last thing I think. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Oh, but this always happens to me. Yeah, I've seen that people that choose to star in a drama often attract a lot of drama. Yeah. That's why I choose not to be in a drama. What's been great about your day today? Blah, blah, blah. Now, again, it's not trying to piss them off or make them right. It's about you, say, drawing the boundaries. Now, if it wasn't your mum, it's a lot easier to say, I'm not friends anymore. I'm outgrowing this person in the scene. But it's your mum, and what you don't want to do is, at the time when she does finish the final scene in a movie, not think, oh crap, I've really disconnected. Now I feel guilty. I've got to deal with that. But to be the example and the invitation does not mean be the punching bag. So you've done that already, and you're back on speaking terms. Great. You're not going off to her. You're being available to her. But if you really want to help, as I say, just hold that mirror. No emotional attachment, no judgment. It's almost like how a therapist will talk to their client. They're listening to all this crap that doesn't make sense. They're seeing a model of the world that's so dysfunctional, it's like they feel sorry for the person in it, but they're not there arguing with them on the couch. Oh yeah, interesting. Why would you feel that way? Yeah, how's that working for you? Get the idea.